Good morning, it's Saturday and it's 11 a.m. and this is episode 4 of CombatCounselor Q&A. Went a little bit long last week, I apologize for that, and I'll try and make my answers a little bit briefer in this episode. Our first question comes from Elisa in Kansas City, Missouri, and Elisa asks, I follow you on Twitter and you often talk about the terms stay present, be resilient, and stay the course. And I was wondering exactly what you mean by that. Well, let me start with the term stay present. Stay present was the first term I coined in body-mind behavior therapy, and those three terms really embody body-mind behavior therapy. Everything that I do and is involved in BMBT can be summarized in those three words: stay present, be resilient, stay the course. Okay, so let's start with stay present. Stay present is an essential part of body-mind behavior therapy, in that what I mean is that you have to stay in the present moment in order to be able to act effectively in life and live in accordance with your values. So to stay present is to learn to be mindful in the present moment, and that comes with practice, daily practice. I usually ask my clients to do at least 15 minutes of mindfulness practice per day, preferably twice a day and longer if possible. But being mindful in the present moment, learning to bring your awareness into the present moment rather than getting sucked into the past, ruminating about the terrible things that have happened to you, or venturing off into the future and worrying about what's going to happen down the road. So that's all stay present is about, is learning to be mindful in the present moment and in order to be more effective in life. Resilience is a quality that many people have, and a lot of research has shown that resilience is something that allows people to kind of bounce back from psychological traumas, being able to ward off anxiety and depression. And resilience is partially something you're born with, but it's partially something you acquire over the span of your life. Resilience, as far as body-mind behavior therapy is concerned, first has to do with the body portion, which I talked about last week, in that in order to be resilient, your body has to be taken care of. And that means proper diet, proper exercise, proper sleep. Resilience is many other things, and is kind of the most encompassing portion of body-mind behavior therapy, in that it includes being able to draw on your mindfulness and to become present in the moment, to accept thoughts, memories, physical sensations, and things other people may be doing, accept them for what they are, non-judgmentally, and be willing to allow those things to happen and allow yourself to focus on your values and act in a value-driven way. Finally, stay the course just means that once you've determined what your values are, and that's the final portion of body-mind behavior therapy, it's the behavior portion, but value work is done actually early on in therapy, because it's also one of the most important and critical aspects of body-mind behavior therapy. But stay the course means that, based on the fact that you're staying present, you're focusing on the present moment, you're being resilient, taking care of your body, you're accepting thoughts, memories, sensations, people as they are, non-judgmentally, and you are clear about what your values are, your core values. And you should have 6 core values. You don't need more than that. You may have fewer, but I recommend that to my clients that they have 6 values. My values, core values, are selflessness, loyalty, integrity, compassion, excellence, and dignity. I know those off the top of my head. They're part of me. And selflessness, and I'll talk about this just for a moment, I don't want to get into too much deal, but selflessness, I try and be selfless. It doesn't always work. People are inherently selfish, and I act selfishly from time to time. And just ask my wife, she'll tell you, or my mom. I'm not perfect, but my goal, my value is to be selfless, and I try and do that whenever possible. It's a value is a direction, okay? It's not an end state. A goal is an end state. A value is a direction, right? So I try and be selfless. Loyalty is very important to me, you know, having been in the military. Loyal to my organizations, but loyal to my wife, my kids, my family, my friends, myself. Being loyal is extremely important to me, and I think I do a pretty good job at that. Next on the list is integrity. Integrity is defined as doing the right thing when no one's looking, and integrity is one of my most prized values. And if you want to piss me off, you can insult my integrity or attack my integrity, and you'll have a fight on your hands, because I always try to act with integrity, and I'd say I'm pretty good at doing it 100% of the time, so it's a very important value to me. Compassion. Obviously I wouldn't be in this profession if I wasn't compassionate. I care about people, and I care about helping people. I have empathy for others. I can put myself in their shoes and feel what they're feeling, because I know a lot of cases I've been there, but I'm a compassionate person. Excellence in everything I do. I always give it 100%. I'm not a perfectionist. I like things done very well. I'm maybe close to being a perfectionist, but it doesn't have to be perfect. But everything I do it to the best of my ability, and you can always count on that, and that's something that's very important to me. And finally, D stands for dignity. Dignity, treating myself and others with dignity and respect. And that's one thing that's sorely lacking in our societies these days, is treating each other with dignity and respect. A lot of people seem to have a problem with that. I try and do it 100% of the time. Again, not always successful, but usually. So, stay the course means to stick with your values, know what they are, and then when the time is right, you bring yourself into the present moment. You're resilient, you build up all these strengths that can help you act in accordance with your values at any particular moment. And finally, acting in accordance with those values, even if you are feeling some anxiety, some depression, some anger, some emotions that may be troubling you, you're more likely to behave even though you have those emotions, even though you want to avoid them, if you're acting in accordance with their values. I hope that answers your question, Lisa. That concludes episode 4. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for episode 5 next Saturday at 11 a.m. on the Combat Counselor channel of YouTube. So stay present, be resilient, and stay the course. You can follow me on Twitter at CombatCounselor. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's the Combat Counselor channel. You can follow my blog, that's Combat Counselor on Blogspot. Or you can also go to my website, that's www.kccbt.com. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Saturday. Thanks.